Welcome to Accommodate This. It might surprise you, but despite most accommodations being free and requiring little effort, many in the neurodivergent community live without them. There's fear on both sides, where employers worry about favoritism, costs, or legal issues, and neurodivergent individuals fear being singled out, losing opportunities, or even their jobs. And outside of work, we might worry about negative attention or impacting others' experiences. So, if fear and misunderstanding are so prevalent, are accommodations even worth it? The answer is a resounding yes. Accommodations can literally be the difference between success and failure, or comfort and suffering. Today, I want to demystify accommodations and show you just how simple they can be, proving there's truly nothing to fear. So now that you know why we're here, let's get into the topic for this video: easy accommodations. Accommodations are often framed as mysterious, costly, or outrageous demands. But here's a secret: everyone asks for and provides accommodations all the time. Think about it. If someone asks you to be quieter because your volume is bothering them, you'd likely apologize and comply, right? It would be inconsiderate not to. That's an accommodation. The reason they needed quiet, whether for a headache or for focus, is largely irrelevant. Most accommodations are exactly this simple: a polite request met with considerate compliance. And for those of us with disabilities, accommodations help us compensate for differences in ability. They remove obstacles and address issues that hinder our success. This could be as minor as allowing noise-canceling headphones, or as significant as needing recovery time. Our nervous systems develop differently, leading to hyper or hyposensory experiences. Many autistics, for example, experience auditory processing issues. This isn't about preference, it's about how our brains receive and process sound. And we might struggle with volume, competing sounds, or simply slower processing times. We may need information repeated or help eliminating background noise. So, what are some easy accommodations for auditory processing? Reduce volume. If sounds are too loud, simply turn them down. Minimize competing sounds. Speak one at a time. Turn off background noise, or allow the use of noise-canceling headphones. Address processing time. Repeat what was said. Rephrase it, or provide information in a visual format. Imagine trying to learn something new while the teacher rushes. People are chatting, and a lawnmower roars outside. This is a common experience for many autistics. We aren't being difficult. Our brains literally struggle to decipher audible information, especially with competing sounds. We may ask clarifying questions or for direct communication because verbal cues like tone and sarcasm are difficult for us to pick up. These requests are reasonable and simple. Ignoring them means we literally cannot learn or participate effectively. Another common issue experienced by autistics is alexithymia, which affects our ability to understand our own emotions and those of others. Combined with communication differences and struggles with proprioception, which is our body awareness in space, and interoception, which is our internal sensations, communicating effectively can be incredibly complex for us. For example, I sometimes scrunch my face when I'm concentrating, which others might misinterpret as glaring. But I'm often unaware that I'm doing it. And due to alexithymia and general autistic communication differences, I might not pick up on cues that someone is offended. and this can escalate misunderstandings rather quickly. The key takeaway here is that autistic people struggle with communication, and our nervous systems operate very differently. You can't simply project your own experience onto ours. We aren't trying to be difficult or contrary. Our brains function much like computers requiring precise syntax. Annoyance doesn't help us understand. You need to be direct. Ditch the vague hints, the passive aggression, and the irrelevant small talk. Just state your point clearly and unambiguously. It's free and it makes a world of difference. Another easy accommodation is don't take offense. If our nonverbal cues, like our facial expressions, our posture, or our tone, seem to contradict our words, we are often trying to be incredibly precise with our verbal communication, and our body language might be reflecting our internal sensation or processing effort rather than our intended message. Give us the benefit of the doubt and focus on our words. We often mean exactly what we say. Many autistics also face significant digestive issues, often linked to sensory sensitivities. We might have food allergies or experience avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, or ARFID. This isn't about being picky or about our body image. It's about a strong aversion to certain textures, tastes, or the act of eating itself, which can lead to actual illness. We might not even feel hunger due to interoception issues. Simple accommodations for this can include helping us to find safe foods, separating ingredients for self-assembly, or reminding us when it's time to eat rather than asking if we are hungry. Forcing us to eat foods that cause pain or discomfort is dismissive and ableist. We are trying to avoid pain, not be difficult. So, giving us grace and understanding in this area is a significant and cost-free accommodation. Social interactions can be incredibly draining for autistics, and while many of us enjoy socializing, it requires immense brain power, leading to faster exhaustion. And this can be challenging for families or friends who expect certain levels of participation at events. And we often face anxiety due to past negative experiences. We're not being weird, we simply have different communication and social processing styles. This leads to what's called the double empathy problem. It's not that autistics are inherently bad at communication, but that our style often clashes with neurotypical styles. While minorities are often expected to adapt to the majority, true accommodation means both sides putting in equal effort to understand one another. And meeting us halfway fosters honest and effective communication, and it costs nothing but a little effort and an open mind. The underlying theme of accommodation is simply consideration. Think of it like someone being ticklish and asking you to stop tickling them. Ignoring that request would be inconsiderate, even if they're laughing reflexively. Now, autistic overstimulation works in a similar way. When we hit our limit, we hit our limit. And our requests for accommodation are us establishing healthy boundaries, protecting ourselves from harm. Disrespecting these boundaries isn't just inconsiderate, it's ableist and can lead to meltdowns or shutdowns, which are involuntary, reflexive responses, not behavioral issues to be punished. Now, I once had a manager who actively ignored my accommodation requests in meetings, despite my explaining my auditory processing and communication struggles. She refused to facilitate turn-taking or manage competing conversations, and then later criticized me for interrupting, effectively silencing me. When I pursued formal accommodations through HR, it became a lengthy, bureaucratic process when all I really needed was common consideration and for obstacles to be removed. Accommodations aren't about unfair special treatment or providing opportunities others lack. They are about removing obstacles that others don't face. They are about understanding, acceptance, and flexibility. Most are simple, easy, and free, speaking one at a time, pausing, accepting personal boundaries, clarifying intentions, compensating for differences. We all deserve a chance to succeed, and accommodations make that possible. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe to see more content like this, or click on the video here to continue watching.